Big day for high school football stars.
And their parents as well. This is kind of like Super Bowl Sunday, just a couple of weeks late. And Christmas, too. Christmas, in fact, comes a little late for prep football stars across the country, but they don't mind. The first Wednesday in February is National Signing Day, and local stars were busy signing college letters of intent. Always a big man on campus. Cypress Lake's Johnny Church is standing a little bigger today after signing with Steve Spurrier's Florida Gators. At 6'3" and 225 pounds, he's a force both at tight end and at linebacker. The Seminoles wanted him, but Florida State's prayers went unanswered after Church visited Gainesville.
Just going to Florida, making my last visit to Florida, and, you know, being around their coaches and their coaching staff and players and stuff, I just thought Florida would be the place for me to go.
And 3 players from the Fort Myers team that finished #1 in the Wink TV Top 10 poll signed today. There they are. Jeremy Lefebvre is going to Virginia, while Tony Ackerman and Darrell Gale, a couple of his teammates on the offensive line, picked West Georgia. Now, Lefebvre was first team All-Southwest Florida at defensive end. He was in on more than 100 tackles with 9 sacks as a senior. But at Virginia, he says he wants to hit the books as hard as he hits quarterbacks.
They had a real great coaching staff there. They had brand new facilities, and the school is just top-notch, and that's what I was looking for all the way. It was a real good school to go to.
Anytime that you get any of your athletes signed on the first day or during the year, it's a great honor, because it lets us know that our kids are not only athletes, but they're scholars too.
And Bishop Verot, Bill Shields is sending 2 players from his district title team to big schools. Linebacker Dino Kakla signed with Purdue, and it may sound hokey, but Lenar Thomas is on his way to Virginia Tech. LT starred on both offense and defense for the Vikings, and he'll be reunited with his brother Dwayne at Virginia Tech. Congratulations also to Mariners' Jerome Dixon going to Navy, David Smith to Southern Illinois. Lemon Bay has 2 manta rays going on, Ralph White to Wingate College and All-Stater Doug Weinberger to Mars Hill, and the trio of Tarpons coming up. Todd Reboll will be a Seminole. Cyril Brockmeyer's headed to Tulane, along with Robbie Quick, and John Hall of Port Charlotte will be a Wisconsin Badger. And a Southwest Florida swimmer is trying to help her college team to its 7th straight conference championship this week. She's a Gator who's quite at home in the water as well as the classroom.
There's a lot of great swimmers here, so it's pretty much one in a many.
But Sydney Brinson is one of a kind, an All-American from Fort Myers. She's making waves at the University of Florida. Sydney will turn 22 just after this year's NCAA championships in March. That's a little hard for the folks back home to believe.
Yeah, it just seemed like yesterday Sydney was a student at Cypress Lake Middle, not Cypress Lake High, it's Cypress Lake Middle.
Seems a little fast. I don't think it seems strange.
She was always pretty good. She was never great, but she always kept doing the right things for the right reasons, and we knew eventually it was going to pay off for her.
I've been swimming now for 12 years. Gone pretty fast, but I mean, I expect to do pretty well.
Through hard work and dedication, Sydney's become a 4-time All-American for the Gators. But at the end of this, her senior season, she'll trade swimsuit for business suit and the fast lane for Madison Avenue.
Advertising, that's what I'm graduating in, but I still want to incorporate sports into there somehow, so maybe I'll do sports marketing.
Well, the Gators are already sold on Sydney. This year, she set personal best in both the 100-yard and 200-yard backstrokes, with times that put her among the fastest dozen swimmers in the country. She's also quick to tell you she knows when it's time to get out of the water.
I'll have good memories, but I think it's ready to go on. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't regret anything. I totally love swimming and everything, but it'll be time to stop after this year.
She's had a great career.
Quite a record. All right, thanks, Ken.